brother. Welcome to the podcast, Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast known to man, as voted by a dog that I once knew. Because the trivia question coming up soon, where you can win a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack, has to do with dogs. Shout out to everyone who tuned in live. OG Mickey, Late Bloomer, Papael, Basico, Merc, Teeth Skates, Infamy, iBook Boy, Guy, just Tito Pain, Hound System, Yoomp, Geiges. I'm probably leaving out a few names. We are right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. The time is 3:56, which means we're only 26 minutes late today. And I went live like an hour ago. No, an hour and 19 minutes ago. So we've been here preparing to entertain. But first, let's give away said sticker pack. Would you like to be the proud new owner of a pre-owned Ninja Lifestyle sticker? I would love to. Well, all you have to do is answer a trivia question correctly. And it's a pretty simple one. Also, cheating is allowed. How many teeth do dogs have? How many permanent adult teeth do dogs have? Well, the number's not 1, it's not 2. A puppy has 28. So that's when they're a puppy. I was waiting for the answer to load, but my internet fucking froze on me. Hound System says 3. Tito Payne says at least 7. Poppy, why do I keep saying your name wrong? Poppy El Basico says 32. Guy just says most of them. And still, the Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack is up for grabs for whoever wants to win it. Free. It's free. Merc, 42. Merc is the winner. Merc, send me a DM after the podcast, and I will get these stickers to you sometime in the next 5 years. Appreciate you guys. Jesus Christ. Got a fucking whole chat room full of idiots. But that's okay. Speaking of being an idiot, I've been sunburned all week. Last week it was my buddy Ward's birthday. We have this tradition on his birthday. We go to the water park. That's his favorite thing to do. Go to the water park. He has these capsules of mushrooms. Take that how you will. Who knows? Maybe I just needed to get my vitamin D that day. We took these capsules. Fucking have a great time at the water park. Laughing, having a good time. I sprayed sunscreen on me, but it didn't work. Also, I forgot. Sunscreen only lasts like, 8 minutes? You have to reapply over and over and over again. I had forgot this detail, so I only put on the sunscreen twice, and I got super badly burnt. I got burnt so bad, in fact, that I felt sick. I went home, fucking diarrheaed my life away. Like, I was like sweating, cold sweating, like feeling bad, stomach hurting. It was a pretty fucking brutal sunburn. It had me everywhere. Got my shoulders, my arms, my back, even the back of like my calves. It was not a good time. But the water park was a great time. I got in this mode where I just kept making the same joke over and over again. But it's one of those things where it's like, I think it's funny. So every time I was in line and, like small talk came up with like another customer, another water park goer, I'd be like, oh yeah, my brother AJ owns this place. And he'd be like, oh really? And I'm like, no, I don't fucking have no brother named AJ. It's only my first time here. And they'd be like, oh, like that's not interesting at all. But in my mind, I was making the most hilarious joke of all time. Like I had to, I'm waiting in line. I'm like, man, I can't wait to fucking tell AJ about this, man. He's gonna be fucking pissed, dude. These kids are gonna lose their fucking jobs. But in my mind, I'm being hilarious, right? But I'm saying the same joke to my friends over and over again. No one's laughing. No one's even smiling. They're just like, oh my God, this fucking asshole won't shut up about his made up fucking brother, AJ. Also, at the park, they don't have their liquor license. Like they serve alcohol, but for this weekend, they don't have their liquor license or whatever because the park changed owners. So no alcohol at this park. Snuck in a bunch of alcohol. Got in there, got super fucked up. Got fucked up really quickly, too, because I had a small breakfast. Didn't eat that big of a lunch. Got out there, the sun is shining. I'm dehydrated. let's just say I got a little tipsy too quick, and there's at one point where they're like, go ahead and go down the slide, and I step on it, and I fucking flip. I slipped, I fell, I landed on my inner tube. My inner tube flipped over, and I'm just at the top of this water slide, upside down, like looking around, laughing. And it's this this employee's just like, sir, get the fuck out of here. They're just so bummed out. They're just like, dude, oh my God, just go. Just get on the inner tube and fucking leave. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, listen, man, I'm going to tell AJ about you, and then I go down the fucking water slide. I'm going to tell AJ you're a good employee. He's my brother. He owns this place. Oh, man. So, yeah, just a miserable time at the water park. I had a good time, though. Yeah, no one thought my jokes were funny. There was one ride where you lay on your back and go straight down and out, and that motherfucker was scary. I get up there. I'm scared of heights. A lot of people think I'm lying about being scared of heights. Because they say, oh, you're scared of heights, but you go to the cliffs and you cliff jump. You jump off, 30-foot cliff, do a backflip, and you land in the water. And I say, yeah, I do that, but I'm terrified. I go to the top of this fucking water slide. I look down. My fucking hand starts shaking. I'm like, fuck. Like, dude, I gotta go down this? And I'm sitting there. I'm like, please. Like, someone else did it. No one else has died. No one's died doing this. I'm like, well, what if my feet are more aerodynamic than every other kid's? Then I'll fucking slip. I'll flip over. I'll fall off the side. Some kid's gonna put me on Snapchat. My dead body's gonna be all over fucking Reddit. And I'm like, okay, well, now I'm just gonna die. And well, fuck it. Fuck it. Die doing what he loved. Being terrified. Anyways, I went down. I was like, should I lean back? And they're like, yeah, lean back. And I did it, and it was fine. A bunch of water went like into my butthole, which was, some places you got to pay for that. That was a little annoying on that particular ride. A couple of other rides, they don't tell you these rides. If the inner tube is not fully, inflated, and you bottom out on one of these rides, you slam your tailbone on the bottom of this fuck ass poorly built ramp. Yeah, they got my buddy. They almost got me. I almost broke my tailbone, and then my buddy Ward went down on his birthday, gets a broken spine. This fool had to call it a day early. We had to leave at like 4 instead of staying until closing time. Oh, by the way, I got a haircut. Anyways, the water park was a really good time. But also, I don't think you guys think about it that much. When I don't wear glasses, I can't see anything. So, I'm there with no glasses. I'm walking around. This guy goes, hey, Steve, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. I'm like, I have no glasses. I'm like, oh shit, dude, it's you. It's another guy named Steve. Steve, man, I haven't talked to you since that party, man. I gotta come back and skate the ramp in your backyard. This guy looks at me and goes, I don't have a ramp in my backyard, and you've never been to my house. I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I'm just drunk, I guess. I don't know, man. I thought I had with the Troy's birthday party at your house. And he's like, it's me, Basil. And I'm like, oh, that's my friend's name, Basil. I'm like, oh, fuck. I thought you were Steve. He's like, nope, I'm not. He's like, it's me. I'm like, dude, I didn't forget who you are, motherfucker. I just can't see. And truthfully, they don't look at all the same at all. Also, he was with his kid, and I thought his kid was also Steve's kid. I can't see. I can't see anything. It was very nice of him to give me the benefit of the doubt and be like, hey, dude, I noticed you don't have your glasses on. You probably just can't see. So, so of course I tell him my brother AJ owns this park, and then we split ways. I get his number. We're going to go skate later probably, but yeah, I need glasses to see, man. It's actually a really tough life not being able to see at all. Let's go ahead and check out the news. Speaking of having a tough life, this guy, Las Vegas police arrest a man accused of posing as a health inspector to steal from businesses. This man is accused of posing as a health inspector in order to steal from businesses. He looks fucking hilarious, dude. I don't know why. He looks like a cartoon. For me, it looks like the bad guy from Toy Story. Eddie says it looks like Jimmy Neutron, although he spelled Neuron. Jimmy Neuron. That's the one that comes on Channel 3 instead of the actual Cartoon Network or whatever. It's the rip-off version. Remember there was Fat Albert, but then there was also a show called Wayne Head, and it was like the shitty broke like non-cable version of Fat Albert. please, someone look up Wayne Head. It was this black kid who had like a metal leg, and all of his friends like just got into like these sticky situations, but this fool's leg was metal. Anyway, so what are we talking about again? Oh yeah, AJ. Authorities. The man was identified as Dimitar Kolev. He's accused of the health inspector, whatever. He stole from 2 fast food restaurants. Authorities say that in both cases, the suspect entered the business claiming to be a health inspector and convinced the employees to open their safe. After taking money from the safe, the suspect fled the area. During an interview with police, Kolev told officers that he knows AJ. No. He told officers. Kolev told officers that his father had recently kicked him out and cut him off financially. He told authorities that he had always followed the rules until his father cut him off and, quote, no longer wanted to play by the rules because he needed money and I needed food to survive. Kolev told police that he picked the fast food locations because he, quote, knew young kids worked there and they would be easily manipulated into opening the safe. He went to Walmart, got a clipboard, and made a checklist on his computer so that he could look like a health inspector. The man said he knew he needed a badge, so he used his private investigator's licensing board ID card, which is what you get if you work security here, to gain access. And I guess he started laughing. He says he started laughing and stated to the detectives that he couldn't believe it worked. I used to have a PILB card when I was a security officer, when I was the chief security officer. Kolev told police that he also practiced the scheme at 3 donut shops, one of which he was successful and was able to get away with $700 in cash. The police asked, why? Why would you do this? He responded, society's a mess, and he does not like the way the system is set up. It's easier for him to steal from businesses than get a job and be a productive member of society. The man told authorities that he will continue to commit crimes after he gets out of jail in order for him to survive. Kolev then told police he is subleasing office space to individuals who are borderline homeless, and he wants to bring them on board his scheme. His goal is to have 20 people involved by the end of the month. Police wrote in the report that Kolev has no remorse and stated he does not feel badly for taking from the businesses. I think this is inspiring, okay? This guy has big dreams, big goals. If he applied this, if he applied this line of thinking to getting good at something, working construction, just learning about stocks, computer programming, this guy would go places. But instead, he's just posing as a health inspector. It's crazy to me that it worked. He would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling security cameras all over every fucking place. Also, it says he got the $700 and then just left, just fled the scene. What, he's gonna be like, so your health inspection bill is $700. I'll be needing that from the safe, please. And I'll have a donut for the road. It's an inspiring story, man. One man against the world. He's not very good at being a criminal, but you know what? Half the battle is getting out there and doing it. You know what I'm saying? He could have done anything. A lot of good crime stories happening lately. We didn't cover it, but somewhere in Las Vegas, and also another California story, robbers are being thwarted by shop owners who are not giving a fuck. In Las Vegas, somebody tried to rob a smoke shop. They got stabbed, and they might not live. They got stabbed fucking badly. And they caught all 3 of the kids that robbed the smoke shop. Some other guy tried to rob I don't know what it was, a liquor store, I think, in California with a rifle. And they walked in the door with a rifle, immediately got shot. And I remember their quote was like, I just got my arm shot off. He shot my arm off. And then he ran away crying and got in the car and drove away. I'm all for it, man. I don't know. Listen, I don't think all criminals must die. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if you want to live, rethink the criminal aspect of things. I'm not saying that all criminals should die, okay? But if you want to, maybe you want to live a little longer. Maybe don't be robbing smoke shops. I'm just going with just best case scenario here. Anyways, Wednesday there was a big skateboarding trade show, like skating, fashion, action sports trade show here in Las Vegas. It's called the Agenda Trade Show. It's been going on for many years, and I think it stopped for a while, and it changed ownerships, and now it's back. And it's a place where you can go to try to sell your products to bigger companies, right? I was there with a brand called Official Genius, and Zoomies. Went to their booth, looked around, checked out all the merchandise, and now maybe they're deciding Zoomies maybe in the following months might decide they want to carry that brand. That's why these trade shows exist. Luckily, Official Genius, working with a company called Keen Ramps, they made a Hollywood 12 stair replica and did a skateboarding best trick on it. Although the 12 stair was the height of a 6 stair, I got there and my buddy Troy was like, "Oh, this is the Hollywood 6, huh?" It's a very small Hollywood replica, but the rail looked the same white thick rail, and the talent was really good there. But the reason I was invited was because I was supposed to be a judge. And I didn't judge anyone. Here's the thing that happened. And I don't really mind, okay? I'm not, you know how I say, if I say I wanted mashed potatoes, you brought me French fries, I'll just eat the French fries. I don't really complain at a restaurant. I just kind of go with the flow, okay? As long as it's not a big fuck up, I typically don't complain too much. I just keep it to myself. Not a big deal. Go with the flow. I'm gonna eat it anyways. Who cares? That's kind of how I was at this judging situation. So they go, "We're going to need all 3 judges to meet over here at the DJ booth. We need to decide who wins." So I walk over there. I'm judge number 1. I walk over there, and they're like, "Okay, so hard flip back Smith, and then the tray flip lip slide, and then the ghetto bird." And I'm like, I think the ghetto bird should be higher. I think ghetto bird should be second. They're just like, anyways, hard flip back Smith, tray flip lip, and then the ghetto bird. And I'm like, okay. The other judges looked at me, scoffed at me, and then just went back to talking as if I didn't belong there. Either A, they didn't know that I was a judge. They thought I was a random person, just a random man just walking around giving my thoughts on skateboarding. Or number 2, they just didn't respect me or didn't, I don't know. I don't know what it was. But you know what I said? I said to myself, you know what? Fuck do I care? I'm not getting paid for this. I just go away. Then I started filming, and I made a nice fucking video. But it's just one of those things. I just go with the flow. Who cares? You didn't hurt my fucking feelings, man. I got one less thing to worry about now. Now I have to pay less attention to skating because you guys got it all under control. I just got my name on the flyer. But it was great. My biggest problem, though, with every best trick contest, listen, at this, let's call this best trick contest. Let's say there was 20 people skating, give or take, about 20 people. 5 of them had never skated before. All things considered, 5 of them had 0 chance to land any trick at all. They're like, you know what? I've never done a 720 flip. This seems like a great time to try to learn it. There are people that are just flailing their bodies down the stairs. The sheer optimism that maybe I'll fling my board randomly, close my eyes, and I'll just magically land a trick that I've never tried before. That sounds wonderful. I think there should be a disqualification round where it's hey, you can't kickflip, fuck off the ramp. Oh, you've been trying heel flip for an hour and a half, off the ramp. Heel flip's not gonna win, and you're not gonna let the guy who keeps doing an indie. It's a fucking best trick contest with a handrail. No need to do indies over and over again. You're wasting time for everyone else. Everyone here who's trying to compete for money, you're ruining that. I don't know, what are you doing? Just what other sport do people do that? BMX, I never see it with BMX. Oh shit, can I borrow your bike and try to drop in on this 50-foot bowl? No one does that. It's only skateboarding where they're like, let me just throw the skateboard down. And then there's always one kid trying to do firecrackers and one goofball putting the skateboard between his legs and wiggling his tits like Jason Park. I'm not saying that doesn't belong in skateboarding, which that we can talk about that another time. I'm saying it doesn't belong in a best trick contest where these other kids are trying really hard to land a trick, and they're coming close. They're coming close to it. I don't want to be the guy that bitches about little kids. There was a little kid there doing nothing but 50-50s and feebles and early grabs. And at one point, there's a section where you drop in, right? There's a section where you drop in on a small quarter pipe, drop in on the quarter pipe so you can gain speed and you can hit the rail. Well, halfway through the park, this, I don't know, a 10-year-old decides, fuck that. I'm gonna skate the quarter pipe. Mind you, this is where everyone's standing. Everyone who's trying to win the money, that's where they're standing, on this thin quarter pipe, so that they can drop in and get enough room to skate the rail at this rail contest, right? So it's like, the kid's like, oh yeah, fuck it. Fuck all you guys. My turn to skate. I'll be in everyone's way. I know my board sides and feebles didn't annoy you enough. Now I think I'll actually skate the only way that you guys are able to get speed, and I'll do it at the very same time that you're trying to win money. I don't know, man. There was also a skate dad there, which I don't mind the skate dads, but I've seen this a lot, man, because I used to go to I went to two tournaments called King of the Groms, and it's basically a skate contest for just young kids, kids like under like 10 years old. So I got my fair share of like what skate dads are like. Skate dads are like football dads or soccer dads, where they're way weirder. They're way fucking weirder. So every time this kid would do a trick, his dad would go, "He just did a feeble! He did a feeble!" And he would yell at the judge to remind the judge what the trick was. And the whole time I was like, oh my God. At one point the kid did a grind and then a 1 foot. He did a grind and then took the foot off the board for a second. He's like, but there was a 1 foot at the end. He did a 1 foot on the way out. It wasn't just a 50-50, 1 foot. It was a 1 foot. And it's just like, we all have eyes. Like, we can all see it. We're all there. Also, there was one dude there who was doing pressure flips. And the judge was like, oh, damn, 360 pressure flip. And the kid went, no, it's not a pressure flip. It's not a pressure flip. It's a hard flip. And I died laughing because it's just like, dude, you gotta go there. You gotta correct. You gotta correct the guy on the mic. You gotta remind him what you're not doing. Like, we can all tell it's a pressure flip. We can hear the noise. It goes. There's a difference between a pop and a. Okay. Anyways, just you know what it is. Like, I get easily annoyed at little things, and I got in there and I was just like, oh my God, dude, we got this guy fucking flailing down the set. We got this guy fucking screaming 1 foot. And over there we got some judges that are gonna fucking big dog me like I wasn't invited here. Good. You know what? Let me get a Cuban sandwich. Let me get a fucking Cuban sandwich, dude, so I can get the fuck out of here. So we did that, man. It was good. Whatever. Skating's fun. The video of that. The video of that is on my channel. It went up today. It's just called Agenda Best Trick Contest. No one's gonna care. Oh yeah, and no one's to blame for this, but the DJ who was playing the music way too fucking loud. I know, I'm an old man. I hate the loud music. He only played music from Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack and hip hop. And like there's like 90s hip hop and only Tony Hawk Pro Skater music. I was really like, I don't know, I was taken aback by it. It's like, okay, cool. And then a little bit of Nicki Minaj in the middle. You gotta keep them guessing, you know. What else happened this week? So my dog is afraid of the ice cream truck. I went outside the other day. It rained a little bit. I go outside to get my little folding chair. I go outside. I sit with the dog. The weather's nice. I have a gate in front of my front yard so I can let the dog in the front yard, sit back and relax. The ice cream truck comes by. What does the ice cream truck sound like? Christmas music, whatever. It's playing that ice cream fucking song. I don't know how I went straight to Mario music. What is that fucking... Okay, what song does the ice cream truck make? Happy birthday? See, now I can't even fucking think of it. God damn, it's playing ice cream music. The dog is fucking terrorized, shaking. And the ice cream man can see my dog in complete fear and he waves. He's like laughing and waving. And then I was like, Koopa, you're a big fucking scary pit bull. Whenever someone knocks on the door, you bark like you're gonna bite the fuck out of anyone. And then a nice, happy, friendly ice cream truck goes by and cowers in fear. But he remembered that. He remembered that I laughed at him because a couple days later, I was walking out of this very room. I was walking out of this room in silence, quiet room. I walk out, and the moment I walk out, the dog is sprinting towards me. For no fucking reason, in a quiet house, all I hear is like, I'm like, fuck! And he comes right at me, fucking drifts into me, slides into me, like fucking Tokyo drift style. And he doesn't hit me, but I fall down from terror. I'm having a heart attack. I yell, fuck. I'm like, fuck! In a weird, like, terrorized, like a high-pitched voice. The dog thinks he's in trouble. I'm having a fucking heart attack. Like, I'm shaking now from, like, adrenaline. Because I went from so chill and so cool to thinking I was about to die. Who knows? It could have been a plane coming at me. I was daydreaming, and I got immediately frightened, and I think it was karma. I think it was karma for the ice cream truck. It might have been, dudes. It might have been. Watched a couple of movies also this week. I watched The Perfect Storm. It's an older movie. It has that dumb guy from Step Brothers, like the guy with a weird. I always look at his eyebrow. He has like the biggest like eyebrow fold. I don't know his name. John something Riley. If it's John Riley, I'm gonna be fucking mad. It's the fucking guy. Somebody let me know in the chat that guy's name. He's in it. Marky Mark is in it. Some other fucking guys. A lot of star-studded cast. It's about this boat goes to try to catch some fish, and then they find the perfect storm, and then it gets fucked. It's worth watching. Pretty good movie. Based on a true story, I guess. Had a quite the twist ending. That I had an ending that I did not expect at all. So if you guys are bored on Netflix, check out Perfect Storm. Also, last night I watched one called The Informer. It was the 4th most popular Netflix movie that day. So I was like, fuck it, I'll check out The Informer. It's about cops in prison. Cool. Checked it out. See, I knew it was John C. Reilly. I didn't know. I thought it might have been John O'Reilly. John C. Reilly. God damn it. What the fuck was I just talking about? Oh, Informer. Pretty good movie, like a lot of twists and turns, and like, oh shit, oh you turned on me, no, I'll turn on you. If you like prison movies, stabbings and fightings, and conspiracy type shit, check out Informer. So Informer and Perfect Storm. Last topic I have today is I had a hallucination. I had a hallucination. I don't know what a hallucination is, but I might have had one of those too. I had a hallucination, man, and I think it was caused by weed. So as you guys know, I smoke the weed to help me sleep some nights. I got some grape ape vape. The grape ape vape? How have I never said those words together? Or something. I don't remember what it was called. I think it's called forbidden fruit. And that doesn't really come off the tongue as well. Forbidden fruit vape, grape ape vape. If I would have said that while high right now, we'd still be laughing. My brother AJ owns this place. So I smoke the weed. I go into the kitchen, get some water. I look at the ground. I see a lizard, and I see the lizard run across the ground. I'm like, oh fuck, the lizard's right there. I'm like, I want to get a better look at it. Yeah, I want to get a gooder look at it. So I grab my flashlight, shine it at it. It's not a lizard. It's nothing. It's like a wire. It's like an electrical wire. And I'm like, oh. So I didn't just see that lizard run from the right side of the room to the left side of the room. I'm just fucking crazy. And then I'm like, well, if there was a lizard in here, the dog would have found it. Like he would have seen it and barked at it. There's no fucking lizard in here. Then I go to sleep and I dream about nothing but lizards. I just have a lizard-filled night. Dreams, just dream after dream of lizards. At one point, like, me and Koopa were, like, traveling with an iguana. We were using it as a pillow in, like, the desert. I don't know, just fucking, yeah, the weed, you know what they say, dude. The weed gets crazy. What if I was driving on weed? Not that I would ever be capable of doing that, but what if? Then I thought I saw a lizard running across the street, and I turned my car, flipped the car 3 times. And then I realized there was no lizard. It was just like that one episode of Stranger Things, where the cop thought the bridge was falling, but it wasn't falling. It was the weed. Well, let's just take that as a lesson. Don't do weed and drive, and don't think about lizards anymore. Got to get my mind off of the lizards because they don't exist. I've been thinking about lizards for 3 days straight. They don't even exist. Anyways, that's the whole podcast, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead and give me a hell yeah in the chat room so I can shout out everyone who made it till the end of the podcast. I feel like this was a fun one. We had a good time here. If you missed the first part of the podcast, don't worry, because the repeat of this podcast comes out on Sunday on iTunes, on Podbean, and on YouTube. We gave away some stickers today, right? No one else gives away Ninja Lifestyle stickers. It's a one-of-a-kind podcast. So you can always donate money to me to show your support, because that's good. I take the money, and then I use it as support. I inject it into my bones, and then I can make better content, better podcasts, come up with better ideas. Shout out to Poppy El Basico for the $5 donation. Shout out to Infamy for his 19-month subscription. And shout out to Keith Skates for his 54-month subscription. I appreciate the support. If you don't have money, that's cool. Go rob a smoke shop and then give that money to me. It's a joke. It's a joke. Don't do that. If you don't have money, simply tell a friend about the podcast so that we can grow. Shout out to OG Mickey, iBook Boy, Gyges, John, Paulo, Keith, Infamy, Keith Skates, Merc, Poppy, El Basico, Merc, Late Bloomer. I appreciate you guys for being here. We do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, even though we're late sometimes. And we have a good time. It's always fun to watch it live. More fun to watch it live than to not watch it live. So, as I always say, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Don't drink too much, but don't drink too little. Don't worry. I'm allowed to cut in line. My brother's AJ. He runs this place. Ask for AJ.